Okay, this is Hebrew 1. It is November 20th. We're going to start our review. I'm sorry anybody that tried to call me. My phone had problems with my phone, so I couldn't call you, Melissa, or tell you anything. So we're going to review 1 through 4 and then look at 5. Okay, since you're the only one here, guess who gets to talk? All right, now we're going to go, these are the letters that we have learned so far in Hebrew. Just, we can do them together, okay?
Okay.
Shin, Bet, Tav, Lamed, Mem, Mem Safit, Hey, Resh, Aleph, Ayin, Nun, Nun Safit. Now these are the roots that we have so far. And when I do my root cards, to begin with, I used to put underneath each letter, Shin, Bet, Tav, just to help me learn the letters better. Even though that doesn't have a digestion, it's still a Bet in the root. So the Shin, Bet, Tav means what?
Shabbat, cease, desist, rest.
It means rest. Shabbat, you know, is the Sabbath and stuff. This root means rest or cease from work, because you could have this in something else and it wouldn't really be Shabbat. Okay, so this would be rest or cease from work. Okay, Shin, Lamed, Mem Safit. What does this mean?
Whole, complete.
Shin, Mem, Resh,
To guard.
to guard or keep or preserve. Int, or guard or keep. All right. A Nun, Tav, Nun, Tav, and Nun Safit. What is this?
To give.
To give, grant, permit. Okay. And usually, like you did, normally when I see this, I think of Shabbat, because that's a normal word that would go there. It helps me remember the root. But the actual meaning of this is slightly different than what Shabbat means. Shabbat is Sabbath, of course, rest. Shalom.
So I'm putting vowels in that when I see that.
Yeah, you can do that. When you look at it, you can say Shabbat, even though it's a Shin, Bet, Tav. You could say Shabbat and then give the root meaning, not the Shabbat meaning. Okay, so Shalom is peace or complete. What's this?
Torah.
Torah. And what does that mean?
Instruction.
Instruction, law. This is the one that we're pronouncing like the Israelis do. Shem,
Shem, name.
Shem, name. And then, how do you pronounce this?
Shema.
Shema. Shema means to hear and obey, you know, when we do our Shema Israel. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this off. And then we're going to review the Shabbat. We didn't go through, I should have went through the, can you remember what vows we have done? What are the two ah vowels? Ah,
Batak and Kamatz.
okay. What are the two o vowels?
Alam, Asher, Alam Malay.
Yep. Okay. What about there's an a vowel,
Zeri and Zeriod.
Right. And I don't remember if I missed something else. The Segal is, how do you pronounce the Segal?
And
Okay. So, now the important thing with the Shiva, it's got 3 major rules, but there's still an exception I'm not sure we talked about. The Shiva number 1 rule is that it is vocal when?
it's vocal it's at the beginning of the word.
At the beginning of the word. What is it in the middle of a word?
It's silent with exceptions.
Right, okay. And if it's got 2 Shavas side by side,
The second one is pronounced.
yes, the first one's silent and the second one pronounced. Now what if it's, let's see, I've said the end of the word. Now there is another way that it's an exception, even though it's not in here right now, but I might put it on as extra credit. And that is, if you have 2 consonants the same, and it doesn't matter if it is, oh Judy, you're thinking, shut your brain up. There we go. It doesn't matter now this is not at the beginning of the word, right?
Yes, I see.
Okay? But yet, it would be vocal because you have 2 identical consonants. If you have 2 identical consonants, then the Shiva is pronounced. Okay? That's one of the exceptions. And then like you said, if you have 2 Shivas, I mean, the letters don't have to be the same. You know, you could have a lamed here and a mem here. You would still you would combine these 2 for a syllable, and then this would be pronounced with whatever's following it. Okay? Did I confuse you?
No, I think I understand what you're saying.
Okay. Okay. So if that's the case, we could probably go on chapter 5. Okay, chapter 5, on page 39 at the bottom, or in the middle there, kind of below the review, it says this chapter introduces 2 new letters, Kaf and Het. The letter Kaf is one of the 5 Hebrew letters that have both a regular form and a final Kaf. Also, one of the 3 Hebrew letters whose pronunciation is altered by the appearance of or absence of a dot in the middle of the letter. In this chapter, we introduce the letter Kaf without a dot in the middle. The letter Kaf without a dot in the middle is pronounced exactly the same as the letter Het. Their sound is not like any consonant in the English language. It is a guttural sound, like the sound of CH in the name of German composer Bach. So down at the bottom, Kaf without a dot, and you can see what it looks there, and we'll show you how some of these letters can, even I'll look at something and see the wrong letter. Okay, so all right, Judy. Thank you, Melissa, but I'm having trouble writing with these things you gave me. All right, there we go, cough. That's a cough. The feet, of course, what would a feet? Why is it a feet? Why do you think it's a feet?
You use it at the end of the word.
End of a word. And then the het. She gave me these big fat markers hoping she could see it better at home, but I'm having trouble writing with them. A het. So a het, a cough, they both have that guttural, like you're trying to clear your throat. And be honest, sometimes it can be very hard when you have a het here and a cough here and a het here, and you're trying to go, it's a little difficult. Takes practice. Okay? Let me move this. Okay, on page 40, it shows some of the lookalikes. And it's, if you look at it real quick, it'd be easy to miss it. You got a hay and a het. Het. Now, you can see the difference that the het is closed and the hay is open at the kind of at the top. The next one, the het and the top, they're both closed, but the top has a little T on the end of it, a tav, which you know, I'm more or less doing this for people at home. The tav has a little flange on it like that, okay? Then sometimes the bet and the cough can get mixed up, and where they get mixed up is like, if you have a cough, and a bet, it's called a bet, but it's pronounced the. Those can get confusing sometimes. And if you've got a dagesh in it, they can still confuse you again, according on how they look in the books. Some of the fonts, it's the font that can mess you up. The block words are okay, you can see it, but in the fonts in the book, it looks sort of alike. Then if you see the very bottom, the kaf, the nun, the kaf sofi, and the resh. So the kaf and the nun can sort of look alike with some of the fonts, and so can the kaf sofi and the resh. So you have to look at it to be careful in your pronunciation. We might do a few of these because I think you know this pretty good. Anybody at home, you need to practice on 41 and read through every one of these at home to make sure that you can do this.
The block form of the cough really looks a lot like the bet.
Yeah, it does, don't it? And see, I haven't been doing the cough block right then. I guess that comes from being lazy, I think. There's my writer. So, the block cough is like this Is that how it is?
So
Or is it more?
that's very close, it's just, it's not the sides, yeah, exactly. So
Okay,
it really
so that's-
looks like that's very similar.
Yeah. In the block. Or, I think the fonts in the book sometimes can, you have to really look. And the other one that seems to run together in the book is this and this. If these are close together, my eyes sometimes it looks like it's like that, you know? When it's a small font, so you have to be careful with some of those too. Okay, say aloud the sounds of the following letters, which include those from previous chapters as well as the new letters. Say the word silent for those letters that are silent. And I'm sure you can do this without looking at a chart. Just do A for me. Start at the first one on A and go across and just say the sounds.
Okay, let's see. So the first one is the new letter het, so that would be
Ha. Yeah.
and then next to it would be a, which is,
Yes.
and then the next one is a ka, which is also ha.
Yeah, it's like in the back of your throat. Okay.
And that, which is but,
Yes.
and the next one is either, I'm gonna say it's a ka, so the,
Yes.
so that's
That's right.
and then there's a noon, so the n.
Yes.
Next one, Alice is silent.
Yes.
Ka again, which is
Uh-huh.
noon,
Uh-huh.
het, which is,
Yeah.
and tad, which is teat,
Uh-huh.
and ayin, which is silent.
Right. Now, since they've got some of the letters in the next one, let's read those because we want to get all the letters. What's that? The.
The first one, l,
Mm-hmm.
next one,
Uh-huh.
l,
Yeah.
again,
Uh-huh.
n,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
m,
Mm.
t,
Yeah.
ha,
Ha.
sh, and
Okay, very good. Now let's practice with the letters and the vowels. I don't think, let me see, did we introduce, no, not yet. Okay, on C, since that is a and a how would you say that?
ha,
Yeah. Now the cough and a kamats. Yep.
and ho,
Yeah.
ho. And the next one would be bet and Holland share bow,
Yep.
and another hat. I think that's his area, so that would be hay,
Hey, yep.
and hay.
Mm-hmm.
Next would be another cop with Zeri, so that's hay.
Yes.
Head,
Hey, yep, very good.
head again.
Mm-hmm.
Net,
Very good. We'll go ahead and do these for you too.
T. So the first one is a letter hay with a Holland Malay, so that'd be ho. Next would be hat with a Holland Malay, ho. And then Holland Malay, toe. And tab and Zeri Yod, tay.
Mhm.
And next would be het, Zeri Yod, hey.
Mhm.
And the hay with the sagol, heh. And next would be ayin, which is silent with a sagol under it, so it's just eh.
Mhm.
And next would be noon with the sagol, neh. And next would be a kaf with the sagol, ah, ha.
That's a
And
he.
then
He.
hey.
Yeah, it's a little hard. He. Okay.
And a bet with a sagol, beh. And last would be aleph, sagol, so that's just eh.
Eh. Okay. Very good. Let's see what we could do. Let's do F because F has the hay on the end of the first one. How would that be said?
I'm sorry, did you say F?
F.
Okay,
Mhm.
so, you have the kaf and, Holland Hasher, and then an H, so that would be oh.
Mhm.
H
Very
is-
good.
H is silent. I do have a question, if I can
Yeah.
ask a question.
Mhm.
The first one on E,
Mhm.
it looks like there's a zeri beside the, kaf so feet. Is that what that is?
No, that is, I saw that after I told you to go down. No, that is a Shabbat, so it's silent.
Oh, okay.
That's, a Zeri goes side by side, a Shabbat goes up and down. So do E, the very first one of E, so,
Okay. So have a resh with a, patak under it, that's ra. And then, let's see, I guess that's at the end. You said that was a Shabbat, it's at the end, so it's silent,
mhm.
so that would be, ra.
Yeah, Rach, Rach. Now do the next one
So,
with the llama.
same thing, different letter, la.
Mhm.
And the next one would be a bet with a kamatz under it, so you have the kapsa feet with the
Shabbat.
shabbat, which is silent because it's at the end,
Mhm.
so that's bach.
Bach. Very good.
And then the aleph, which is silent. And I think, I have a hard time seeing that, that's either two dots or a line, I'm gonna say it's a line, so that's the patak.
Yes.
So that's ach.
Ah.
And next you have a noon with the kamatz. And that's gonna be a het,
Mhm.
so that would be nach.
Nach. Okay.
And then you have a shem with a patak and another het,
Mhm.
so that's shach.
Shach. Shach. They get kind of hard when you
Yeah.
start combining them.
Difficult.
Mhm.
So then you have, after that, aleph, which is silent, and a kamatz below it, so that's ah, and then you have another het, so that's ah.
Ah. It's ah. Ah.
Ah.
Okay. Now what's the last one on that one?
So the last one looks like a tab with a, with a patak under it, so that's top, and then you have another het, so that's top, top.
Ha. Ha. Yeah. It's like you're clearing your throat. Okay. Go to the second. We'll go ahead and do the second one in F because you already did the first one. So
So the second one has a cough beginning, and then you have Hallam Shur, which is O, so that's hold,
Whole, yeah, whole.
hold. After that, you have another het with the Hallam Malay, so that's hold. The next one would be another hat with a kamats below it, so that's going to be hol, hal.
Hal, very good.
And the next one has a zeri yod, so that's going to be pronounced A, that's going to be hail.
Hale, yeah.
Another zeri yod with the T, with the tav, so that's going to be hate.
Hate.
And next would be a kaf with a segol, so that's going to be him.
Ham.
And then once again you have the kaf with the segol and a nun feet, so that's going to be hin.
Ham. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, now these down here are also, they're showing similar words that you, if you looked at it, you might miss it, you know. Try, like the first one is tol, and the second one is whole, because you see the difference?
Yeah, it's easy to get those two.
Yeah.
They look the same.
So do the third one there. What would,
So the third one is a little different. It's has the gap on the left column. So that's going to be a hay with a Hallam Hesher.
yeah,
So that's hol.
whole,
And then you have a hay again with looks like a patak below it
yes.
and a lamat. So that's going to be hal.
Hal,
And next you have het with a patak below it. So that's going to be
look at that again, see?
let's see. Is that a het?
Yep, that's a hit.
And that's a patak. Okay. Hal.
Har, it's har, har.
Har.
Mhm.
Okay. And another het with a patak below it. This time you have a T on the end, so that's going to be hot.
Hot, right.
And a het with a zeri
Mhm.
and a T, so that's going to be hate.
Hate.
And then a tav with a zeri.
1 moment.
Mhm.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, where was that?
All right, on the last one, the G.
Okay, G, okay. Okay, so the last one looks like tav with a zeri, that's going to be te, and the H is silent, so I guess
Right.
it's just te.
T, exactly. Okay. Do you feel like you need to continue on with the H and the I? Can you look at them and see if there's something?
Sure, I'll continue on that. That's
Okay.
actually as far as I got was G.
Okay.
So, all right, so starting with H, the first letter is aleph, that's silent, and it looks like a kamatz below
Right.
it, so that's ah, and then that's the new letter that we learned, that's het, so
It's ah. It's ah.
ach,
Ah.
ach, okay, okay. And ayin with the patak, so that's also going to be ah, at.
Ah.
And ayin with another patak, and I'm going to assume that that's a resh.
That's a rish.
So
And if you don't roll the R's, that's okay. I mean, they didn't really teach us to roll the R's. I started rolling them after I started doing this for several years.
Mhm.
I guess just because I wanted to try it.
Right.
But you do whatever is comfortable.
So I should be saying, Ala, Ala. Is that correct?
The commets, I mean, the ziri, underneath the ayin, and the resh, that would be,
Air.
air,
Ela.
air.
Ela.
Mhm.
Okay. So the next one would be the aleph, which is silent, zeri, yod, a, and that's a little bit different. That's not a resh, that's a long part of it comes down lower, so that's the kaf, sofi.
Right,
So that's gonna be a different sound. That's gonna be the, so it's gonna be a.
right.
And the next one, also aleph, which is silent, zeri, yod, and nun safit, so that's the end sound, ain,
Ain,
and then nun, zeri, nay. Let's see, that's not a, yeah, that's a rish,
mhm.
ner,
Ner, ner. Mhm.
and the last one, have the kaf and the zeri. And I think that's a resh on the
Yes,
end,
yes.
so that's gonna be chay, chair,
Cher, cher.
chair.
Okay, go to the I.
Okay. All right, so first one, that's a noon with the segol under it, ne, and a mem sofit, nem.
Nem.
Okay. Next would be the kaf with the segol under it, so that's gonna be and the mem sofit, hem.
Ham.
Then you have bet with the segol under it, mem sofit, dem, dem,
Them, them, them.
dem.
Okay.
Next would be the kaf with the segol and the resh at the end, so that's gonna be cher, cher.
Cher. Mhm.
And next would be noon with the olam mole,
Mhm.
no, and the r, resh, no, nor,
Nor.
nor. Next would be mem with the alam mole, mo, and resh at the end, mor,
More.
mor.
Mhm.
Next would be mem, alam mole, and noon, sofit, so that's gonna be note,
No,
oh,
you forgot your M.
and moat,
It's a mem and it's moon.
moon.
M-O, and in other words, you could say M-O-N if you want to, but M, it's the mem and the whole Malay and the noon safid. So that would be M-O-M,
Moan.
moon.
And lastly, mem with alam malay again, mo,
Mhm.
and let's see, that would be the kaf sofi,
Right?
so that's gonna be moch.
Moch, moch. Very good, very good. Okay, let's move down to all these with a little bit more to them. So after we practice and get just a couple, we'll try to get more and more.
Okay, so let's see, we have to write this out. Let's see. First one is lamed, the zeri, no, wait a minute, that's a shiva.
Shiva.
So we're gonna put the accent on that. And then kaf. And, oh, that's in a different place. That would be the, that would
Yeah.
be the kamat, wouldn't it?
Well, it is a kamat. See with the the Casa feet, they put the vowels in here.
Oh, okay.
Because if you put them down here, it'd be too much. They put all the vowels in here. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Oh, that makes
I like
sense
that.
because the bottom of that goes below the line, so you don't
Mhm.
have any room. Oh,
Right.
okay, that makes sense. So the first one would be, la,
La ha,
la,
la ha. Okay,
and then the next one would be, la, also.
yeah,
Yes.
la ha,
The
la
H is
ha.
there.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
got kind of a, it's a little, I know in the book they say the het and the cough have the same sound, but as you go on, I think that the cough has a little bit of a ha and the het. It's a little bit different. Do you hear it?
So, the cough is more,
Yeah.
and the head is,
Het. It's ka and het.
oh,
It's a little different, even though they do sound a lot alike. But, you know, on our, let's see what this says on here, but I know that the, okay. All right, without the dot, it's a CH, like Bach. And so, with a dot, without a dot, or the final cost of beat, both of them would have the CH. Now the hit up here, now they've got it the same thing as, but I guess we could do that.
but as you, are you saying as you get further along, if there's gonna be a subtle difference?
There is a subtle difference. So let's do it this way for right now and make them hit. Until you go on forward. Hit. There is a subtle difference.
So the het is,
The hit is like you're clearing your throat, and then the ka, it's ka.
okay,
Okay.
okay, so, let's see, where was I? So, J, the first word was la, la ha,
La ha,
la ha,
ha, la ha. Like ba, like ha.
la ha.
Okay. Like ha.
And the next was, la,
Same thing.
so, la ha, again,
Yeah.
and then, ba, ba,
Ba ha. Yeah. It's got to get the kamats in there. Make sure you're getting it, because after you do, you have to have that ha, ha.
so this is a three-syllable word, well, a three-syllable sound, so,
Ba,
la ha,
ba, ba, ba ha. It's just got that on the end of the ha.
oh, okay, ba ha,
Ba ha.
ba ha.
See, like, let me see if I can. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble clearing my throat. Now, which one was I gonna show you?
J,
The third
third one.
Okay, the bet and the cost of feet. Okay. All right, so the bet has a Shabbat under it, so that's just a buh. And then the cost of feet has a kamats in it, right?
Yes,
Huh?
yes.
Is that right?
That's
Okay.
right.
All right, so this is just buh. And this is a CH sound. but you got the A. This is, because this has an ah sound,
Right.
it's ha, to get the whole thing in. Now, if you took that away, then it would be
Bach.
bach,
Bach.
bach. But when you put this in there, it's ha.
Bacha.
So it has two syllables.
So it's two
Bacha.
syllables because of that. So if you take the kamats out, it's just one syllable. Bach.
Bach. Well, yeah, it'd be one syllable, it'd be one syllable like that. Bach,
Bach. And with the kamats is Bach.
bacha, bacha.
Bach.
You gotta get the ah on the
Oh,
end of
okay.
it. Bacha. Because it has that kamats right there. Bacha. Now, if, well, I've never seen it like that, though. I was gonna put that. Well, if it was like this, can't get to those. Then that would be Bach,
Bach.
Bach, like that.
Right.
That'd be Bach. But if you put the kamats in there, it'd be Bacha,
Bacha.
Bacha.
Okay. Which is different from this word, which is baka. Bach.
Now, which one you at?
The third one on I.
Okay.
So that would be baka. Ah,
Third one on I,
I'm sorry, the third one on J.
third one on J. Okay, that would be
But
ha, ha, ah. It's got that ah in there. It's got this, the kamats in the kasofi, so it'd be ha, ah, ah, ha. You gotta get that little bit of the A on the end of it. Ha, a ka,
baka.
yeah.
All right, so the next one would be, start off, the first syllable would be ba, and the kaf with the segal. That's gonna be ha, no, he,
He,
ba, ba, hen.
yes. That's two syllables, and you would divide that between the bet and the ka. So that would be ba, king, king. I have trouble with this too. Ba, king, king, king. Am I saying the king?
Bachen.
Yeah, because the noon has that n sound. King, king. All right, try the next one, the lamed.
Okay, so the lamed and the kamats, that's la, and the kaf and the segal. That's gonna be,
Now, where would you divide that word?
so the first division would be, I would think, would be the lamed and the kamats, so that's gonna be one part of the word, that's gonna be la,
Mm-hmm.
and then can, lachen,
Lachen, yeah, lachen, lachen.
lachen,
Like eggs is what I think of, but lachen.
so I keep pronouncing the C, and the C is silent though, right? Bach. So la, la,
La,
lachen,
lachen, lachen. Lachen.
so you really, the C was almost, it's silent, right?
No, it
it's
is,
not.
it's still got that,
That guttural sound.
yeah,
Okay.
lachen.
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 Mm-hmm.
Next word, you divide that, the lamed and the kamats, that's gonna be the first division,
Right.
la. and then you have a het,
Mhm.
and it's a go la hem.
Exactly, yes, you get it.
And last word, lamed with a zeri, so
Mhm.
that's gonna be lay.
Now, where would you divide that word?
Okay, so the next word has a shiva under it in the middle of the word, so it's not under two consecutive
Right,
vowels.
right,
And it's not, there's not another one beside it, so that should be silent.
right.
Okay, so, that's all gonna be one syllable, I
Yes,
guess.
the lamed and
and
the zere and the kaf is one syllable,
So you're gonna divide the word right after that.
right?
So the first part would be, lech,
Lech, yeah,
and then, the next part would be, you have the noon with the, kamats under it, so that's gonna be na, and the H is silent, so.
Right.
La, lach,
lay, that's a
le,
zere.
yeah.
Lay, lech,
Let,
lech na,
lech na,
lech na, yeah.
lech na. Okay,
It just takes a lot of practice, and these are overemphasized, we're overemphasizing it right now, and you wouldn't have to do that. As you get better and learn the sounds, you won't have to, hopefully you get better than me. And you won't have to, do so much on that, but, okay. Let's do some more, just for
okay,
practice.
okay. Excuse me. So, the next line, K, you have a noon with a kamats under it, so that's gonna be the first part of the word, that's gonna
Right.
be,
First
na,
syllable. Mhm.
first syllable, yeah. Na, then have the kaf, and, zeri,
Yes.
so, and the aleph is silent, so
Mhm.
that's gonna be, nache,
Nache, nache,
nache.
yeah.
Okay, next word, noon with kamats under it, and this time you have a seagull
Mhm.
under the kaf, so that's gonna be nacha,
It's nache, it's got the
Nache.
nache,
nache.
okay, very good.
Okay. Next is, noon with the kamats, that's the first syllable,
Mhm.
and kaf with, holam malay,
Yes,
so that's gonna be O, and then nun safit,
Mhm.
known, that's gonna be na, chon, na chon,
nachon, nachon, yeah, nachon, nachon, nachon,
na chon, na chon,
nachon. It's got that, like, bach, bach, nachon,
na chon.
yeah.
Okay. So next word, noon with a shiva, so that's, you're gonna accent the, noon, na.
Mhm.
And then, next syllable would be kaf with a holam malay and a T at the end, so that's gonna be na, hot, na
Nachot,
hot,
nachot,
na hot,
nachot, nachot, it's
Na-
nachot, O-T, nachot,
na hot,
mhm.
okay. Next word,
Now this is gonna be harder.
okay. So, once again, we have the noon with the
Mhm.
kamats under it, that's gonna be na, and kaf with the ah, okay, and, a het,
Mhm.
so this is kinda tricky.
Yep,
So I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be na, ha,
nachach, nachach,
na ha,
nachach, nachach, nachach.
na ha. I can't get that.
Remember, the cough has got the, they're saying the cough and the het has got the CH like Bach.
Okay, let me write that out and see if that
If you
makes
write
any
it out,
sense.
it would be na chach, na chach, na chach, na chach, na chach. It's hard to get it, but it's there, na chach. Not na ka. See, if you didn't have that het on the end, it'd be na cha. But this is na cha. I can't get it either.
So if you didn't have that on
We'll
there,
have to go online and see how they do that one. Na cha,
So without that last letter, it's not
na cha, na, it'd be na ka, or na ka, na ka. You know what, we might have to go online and practice that one.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next one?
Okay, the next one's gonna be, noon with the Halamaletas, no, and
Another one of these.
another one of these, okay, so that's gonna be, the cough with the under it again, all right, so, let's see. No. No,
Yeah, it's no ha.
no,
You gotta get that second. No ha.
no,
And if it didn't have that head on it, then it'd be no ha.
okay,
But it'd be no ha. No ha.
no,
We'll learn how to clear our throat after this anyway. All right, what's the last one?
The last one, noon with a, zeri under it, so that's
Mhm.
nay, and then the cough again with the segal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna, this segal's gonna give it that and then lamet. So that's gonna be, no, no.
That's, now the zeri sound, what zeri makes? What sound does the zeri?
Zeri is a,
Okay,
So
so
that's
the
nay.
noon and the zeri is
nay,
nay.
nay, hail,
Nachel.
nachel,
Yeah,
nachel.
that helps you practice saying Rachel. All right, hold on just a minute. Let me see, because you're having to do all of it. Because we have 20 more minutes. Let's see. I want to introduce, you can practice the rest of those at home, but let's go to page 42 because I want you to see the two new vowels that we've got. We got a sharuk and a kibbutz. Kibbutz and a sharuk. They both sound the same. Both sound the same. All right. So a sharuk is like that, and a kibbutz is under the letter, 3 dots going down. They both have the double O sound, like in food, ooh. Both of them sound. This is the sharuk, and this is the kibbutz. And they both have the ooh sound. Got it? Okay. Now they look, you know, you could get confused between the Hola Malay and the Sharuk.
Right, that is very similar.
Mm-hmm. It is very similar, but that's a O and this is a ooh.
Okay.
That's O and this is ooh, or you could actually even go ooh, I don't know. But anyway, it's got a ooey gooey sounds, what I always say. Ooey gooey, gooey, to help me get it right. But both of these have an O sound, it's just a different. So let's go to the practice on the bottom of 42. This is practice reading down here where we've got the kibbutz and the sharuk. So try the A there, just to,
Okay, so let's see if I can keep these straight. So the first one has a mem, and that's a sharuk, is
Yes,
that correct?
yes.
Okay. So that's gonna be, you have the oo sound, moo, like a cow.
Moo, yep.
Okay. And then a bet, and that's a caboose, is that
Mhm.
right?
Right.
So that's gonna be boo, boo, like a ghost,
Mm-hmm.
and Lynette and caboose, loo,
Lou,
and a shin and a,
Sharuk.
sharuk,
Uh-huh.
shoe,
Mm-hmm.
olive, and sharuk, ooh,
Ooh.
okay. Uh-oh, a calf and a sharuk,
It's who. Like, you know, you got the bach, it's who. Yeah. Now, the noon,
the noon, new,
yes,
tab, two,
two.
and that's a rish,
Mm-hmm.
roo,
Roo,
and a hey, who,
who,
and that's the het.
yeah, but
So,
who,
who,
okay? Try B.
B, okay, well, you have Laman on either side of the,
Mm-hmm. Now, that is a one-syllable word.
okay. So that's gonna be lul,
Lul. Mm-hmm.
okay? And,
Now, this one is a two-syllable word.
okay. So that's, All right, so the lamat makes the L sound,
Mm-hmm.
and you have the sharuk, which is oo,
Mhm.
loo,
Mm-hmm.
and then the
Kaf Sophie.
Kafsafi.
Now,
Lu-
what's in the Kaf Sophie?
Oh, okay, so that would be a
Shabbat.
Shabbat, but it's on the end, so it's silent.
Yes, it's
Okay.
silent.
Okay.
So, let's see. Luch. Well, it could be one syllable, but, you know, they usually divide it up.
So
But
it's
it's
either,
almost pronounced as one syllable.
okay.
Luch,
Luch,
luch.
luch.
Mhm.
And next would be the noon with the sharuk,
Mhm.
so that's gonna be nuch,
Luch.
nuch,
Mhm.
okay. Next would be num, num,
You know, let's look at this. I still think that should be two syllables. The first one's definitely a single syllable because there's not a vowel after the lamed. But the others, with the vowel after the Kaf Sophie, it almost should be, I might be getting confused, it should be, all right, here's your lamed. And what's under the lamed?
well, are you
Yeah,
talking, if you're talking about the fourth word, there's nothing under that one.
No, let's see, let's do,
Maybe I'm on the
the-
wrong word.
do the second word on B.
Oh, okay, the second one.
And-
All right, so you have the lamed, and there isn't anything under
Okay,
it.
and then you have the Sharuk,
Yes, the sharuk,
and then the Kaf,
and then
Sophie?
the kaf sofit, and then inside of that you have the shabbat.
okay, all right. That still looks like it should be divided like that.
Okay.
Lucha, and it would be, the accent would be on this part of it.
Oh, okay.
Lucha, lucha. That's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like. Okay, all right.
But I will double check on that, but that's what it looks like to me, because it has a vowel after it, even if it's a silent vowel.
Ah,
Luch,
okay.
luch.
So even if it's silent, it does something.
Mhm.
So that means you have to divide it as a vowel, even if it's silent.
I think so, and I will double check on that, because I don't remember
Okay.
so long ago, but,
So I have to
it looks like
remember
two
that.
it looks like two. Now go to the 1, 2, 3, 4th one.
Okay,
Now, that would be a single syllable word,
okay.
because there's no vowel after the mem suffix.
Right, right.
So what would that be?
So that would be one vowel, so that would be num?
Noon, right,
Num,
noon.
Okay.
Okay, the next one,
And the next one, looks like a het
yes,
with, sharuk and
Yes.
and then simply, so that's home.
hum, it'd be the ooh, so the hum,
Hum.
almost like hum did it. All right, hum. All right, do the next one.
All right, next one is the shin. And you have the sharuk, so that's gonna give you the oo sound.
Mm-hmm.
Shum.
Shum.
Okay. And next, you have the kabats underneath the bet, so that's gonna give you the oo sound
Mm-hmm.
with the lamet on the end, so that's gonna be bul.
Mm-hmm.
And the last word, you have resh with the kabats under it, and then the all sound, so that's gonna be rul.
Let's see, or you could say rule. You could just go rule.
Rule.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The next line, C, starts out with a silent vowel,
Mhm.
ayin. And next to that, you have a sharuk, so that's gonna be oo, with a nun suffix, un. Next word is noon with the sharuk, and the end at the last letter, so that's gonna be noon.
Mm-hmm.
Next would be tav with the sharuks, that's gonna be tune.
Mm-hmm.
Next would be, uh-oh.
Yeah,
That's gonna
it
be,
might be that because it is a silent shabbat, that is a single syllable, because it got all these other single syllables.
Mhm.
But, and I know that when you have that ha, so feet on the end, you have to combine it with others, but I don't know. That would be either toch, or tocha, or no, it'd be to. It'd have to be
You
a
think
single.
we should check the video real quick?
Have you got the video there?
I can pull it up quickly.
Yeah, do that, because I don't remember years ago. I was going through the review of this, but I didn't get this far in the
The internet's a little bit slow, but it is coming up,
okay,
so.
and I don't know what the password here is, or I would help you.
Okay, it's coming up, it's just slow. So this is chapter 5.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's see.
For just $67, you can make as many videos as you want, and you never need to pick up a camera.
And I forgot, which line are we on?
Well, you could do a B and do the second word of B, and it's close.
Okay.
Hot.
Practice.
Tag. Line H. At. R. Air. Aim. Run.
Okay, they're on page 41.
N. Shella. Shelfa. Line P. Beetef. Beetcha. Beetecha. Beetchem. Line G. Tol.
How'd you get to G?
Tocha. Nechel.
Oh, okay, I think.
Line L. Oref. Oref.
Okay, they're on the right one now, so let me go.
New. Two. Ru. Who. Who. Line B.
Okay, so this is, line B, so we're gonna
The-
see how the second word is pronounced.
Mhm.
So here it goes. Volume up a little bit.
Lul. Luch.
So
They combined it,
right, they're saying it's one syllable.
one
I
syllable.
guess.
They're saying it's one syllable because the Shabbat is silent. So that's how we'll treat it. We'll
Okay,
treat it if they have a Shabbat in something like this, and that would be one syllable.
okay,
Okay, that answered it. Thank you.
yes. Okay, so the second word would be, they say, luch,
Mhm.
and then after that, nuch
Nuh.
and num,
Mhm.
chum,
Mhm.
shum,
Mhm.
I guess that was shum,
Shum.
and,
Get carried away with it.
yeah, and the next bet with the kibbutz under it, so that's gonna be bul,
Mhm.
and resh with the kibbutz, that's gonna be hrul.
Yeah, you could, yeah, we was talking about that, that could be, it'd be easier to say, rule,
Yes, it
rule, rule, okay. Now let's go on down to, D, let's go to D, because we'll have more letters to combine in there. Cause we have about 10 minutes left.
Okay. All right, so D, the first word would be the resh and sharuk, so that's room.
Mhm.
Then the next would be aleph, silent, and kamatz, so that's with the resh, arum.
Arum.
Okay.
Mhm.
The next word also silent, aleph, and kamatz, that's with the resh, arum. Arum.
Arum.
Okay. Next word, aleph, which is silent, kamatz, resh, aron. Aron.
It's an O, yeah, arum,
Aron.
okay.
And next word, aleph, which is silent, kamatz, resh, arur,
Rule, or you could say which is, that's hard to do. Or if you go let's say Arur.
That's a tongue twister.
That sounds like a cartoon that I heard. All right, Arur, I guess, Arur.
Arur. All right, last word on that line, ayin, which is silent, kamatz, and then the resh again, arur.
Mhm.
Arur.
All right, let's go to the top of page 43. I'm gonna quickly introduce you the first group. Now, we'll come back to this next week, and we will review this again, and we will pick up on page, we'll probably pick up, let's see, you did all of that. Let's look at, well, we'll look at the bottom of 42 is where we'll pick up. Is where we'll pick up here next time. And that will be 11:27. Okay? And at the bottom down there is Baruch and Baruchah. Now, Baruch will be on the test, and Baruchah will both be on the test, because it's part of your vocabulary. And it also talks about it on the top of 43. Your new root Baruch. That is your new root. And that's the root, and then the Baruchah, Baruch is Baruch. I don't know if that's, is that an olive or a kamatz? What's a kamatz? Harash. Baruch. That's one of your words, Baruch, and that means blessing. Baruch.
Okay.
Baruch. Now Baruchah. No, this means, I'm sorry, this means bless. Baruchah means blessing. This is bless. Baruch atah. Baruch atah Adonai. We're saying bless you, Adonai. Because we always, when we say our prayers, we bless God first. We don't bless our food here. We bless God for our food. So Baruch is bless. And then Baruchah. Let me write this out here because I have a memory of like a. Bet. Well, they have a block cough, don't they? A block cough. And then the hay. And the vowels. Two months. And that's Baruchah.
Baruchah.
Baruchah, and that is, and the accent's over here, Baruchah, and that is blessing.
Blessing.
Now, if you were gonna give somebody a blessing, you would say that. Okay? Baruchah and Baruch.
Baruch.
So, look at those next time, okay?
Okay.
And continue on with on the bottom of the page where it talks about the Segol, which one's accented. Go through that and read page 44 and also do page 45. I wish that'd be enough with if you do that, then we'll have to go through the actual lessons on 46 and 47. We'll do that next week. Hopefully, we'll get through that, okay?
Okay.
Because I don't want to. Donna was very kind and didn't give us a whole lot of homework because of Thanksgiving, and so I want to be kind to you.
Thank you.
So that's more or less review for whatever you got there. So how would you like to give us a prayer to lead?
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and this facility that we can meet together and learn Hebrew. Please bless us as we go from this building to where we live. Keep us safe and help us to retain what we've learned today.
Yes.
And help us in our as we continue to study and learn. Amen.
Amen. Amen.